Hi everyone and welcome along. Now in the Northern Hemisphere, for a lot of people it's the ski season. I'm not there, which is kind of sad, but instead I can paint my way to the Alps with my paintbrush. So today we're going to do a really fun, simple ski scene. And of course I'm going to tell you a little bit more about our sponsors Skillshare, who have got a really exciting deal which you can find out about through me watching the video. So grab your paints and let's get started. Right, I've got a 5x7" bit of paper and I am going to go along all the nice, bright, vibrant colours in my palette and wake them all up. And whilst I do that, I can tell you about our sponsors Skillshare and the latest class that I've been trying out. But what makes Skillshare unique? Well, it's a learn by doing approach, which makes it just so much easier for people like me who like to actually get stuck in and learn by doing. So from passion to paycheck, make 2024 the year your side hustle comes to life. Yes, because Skillshare has a vast range of creative classes, taking that sort of hobby you've got and maybe turning it into the start of a whole new career in business. So I want to talk to you today about learning paths. Skillshare has curated high quality content in the category of your choice, so you have clear direction to achieve your goals. So that means they've done the hard work for you, putting together classes from different creators to make a fully rounded learning experience. So I looked at a great learning path called Start from Zero to Build a Winning Email Marketing Strategy. I've never been very good at getting a newsletter going, and this is what I needed. And I've also really enjoyed discovering something called Substack recently, and yeah, it just reminded me that there are so many more ways that I can spread the message of art and watercolours. So if you think that Skillshare might just have the answer for you in 2024, try one of their learning paths, and the best news is you can get a free trial. The first 500 people to use my link in the episode notes below will get a 1 month free trial of Skillshare. There is so much to discover on Skillshare, so what are you waiting for? Now I'm ready to paint. I've just masked down the edges of my paper, so my fingers get so covered in paint so quickly, and it's just handy to keep everything in place, and also you get a nice crisp outline edge. So I'm going to use Cobalt Blue Deep and I'm going to create a sky, which is then, in the process of leaving the rest unpainted, it's going to create the side of a big snowy mountain. So I'm using a size 6 brush and I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to create a nice sort of wobbly line, and then using a little more paint and a little more water, just going to fill in the top. There's something really playful and fun about this piece, and a lot of it is down to using your white unpainted page as a space, which suddenly turns into this lovely big mountainside. So we're going to paint some tiny weeny skiers, and I'm going to basically ask you to draw some stickmen with me to create our little people. So to begin with, I'm going to just put a body, legs and arms, and then a little head, and then of course a few little lines for skis. Now I don't know if you're skiers or not, but yeah, I mean that's an okay technique, I suppose, but we're just going to draw in a sparing kind of manner. I find it easier to sort of start with the back and the slightly hunched shoulders there. Bent knees, very important. And then maybe some people going a bit wild on the slopes, so skis and poles. So I want you to just pop in a few. You don't need to do too many, and maybe some people going a little bit better down the slopes, so maybe a little bit of a sort of being a little bit more stylish with their skis. But the idea is that we don't put too many on there, and maybe a few at the top, just starting a little bit smaller. And we're just going to put in a few more. Okay, so it's time to paint in our little people. So I think everybody sort of thinks of skiers and thinks of the bright colours on the slopes. So I want to really lean into that. And what I'm going to do is I've got a size 0 brush for now. And I am just going to very simply paint in arms and legs in a very sort of simplistic manner, just little block colours. I'm using Cadmium Yellow to begin with. And yeah, we're just going to really enjoy the simplicity of building up these colours. Let's get a bit of lemon yellow in there as well. These people waiting down the bottom. It couldn't be simpler, really. And I think it's just nice to work through your nice bright colours. I think get the bodies done first, and then we can start to place in the skis and all of that afterwards, and the hats and things like that. But I think these lovely bright, vibrant colours really look fantastic against the white of the slopes. Now we've got those painted in and dry, we're going to do a little unexpected thing, which is actually place in a shadow on the slopes for these people. So I've got some Prussian blue here, which is going to be a beautiful, fresh, minty shadow colour, and we're going to basically turn these skiers into wonderfully sort of long shadows. So with my size 0 brush, just sort of from the legs or from the feet. Not going to add too much, just going to basically do that for the moment. We just need to try and make sure that our shadows end up going roughly in the same direction. And this is just going to make our piece look even better. Obviously we haven't put in the heads and other details yet, but it's important to get this bit in because this is sort of wet, shadowy wash, which we don't want to disrupt the other elements of the piece, so it's good to just get it in. And I'm going to make these shadows just a little flatter because the slope has evened out at the bottom here. And I love it, I really love it. Okay, another little dry and then we'll finish it off. On these top three, you can see I've added in extra little details, so little blobs for mittens or gloves, then something, either a scarf or a hat or a helmet, and I'm keeping the colour palette I've already established, so let's go with some orange on this guy here. So gloves and a little woolly hat. That's rather nice. And then for this person over here, we'll do some red. Do more of a helmet type thing. It's rather therapeutic, to be honest, to just go through each skier. There we go. We'll get a scarf on this person here, zooming through. And then a sort of hat covering most of the back of the head because they're looking up the mountain. Now to add skis, just with the size 0 brush once again, just making sure you get that little kick up. That's why it's so useful to have the pencil line drawn in. Okay, we're really honing in on the detail now. So, last things to do. Where I can see some faces, we can place in a little bit of skin colour. Got some buff titanium, or maybe some yellow ochre. If you want to darken it a little more, a little bit of buff titanium, not buff titanium, a bit of burnt sienna. And then once we're done with that, we're going to use some black to fill in the skis and the last little details. Okay, so a little bit of ivory black on the brush, and then I'm just sort of getting rid of quite a lot of it in my palette so that I can just have a really, really fine line. So I'm going to do the poles, if we can see them, do little circles. I'm going to do boots. And maybe some little sunglasses. Should probably give him some hair. Well, he's a he at the moment. Could be a she, I suppose. But yeah, I'm just going to go through with this very minimal amount of paint on my brush. And yeah, I'm just going to finish it off. So our piece is finished, and all that's left to do is, now it's 100% dry, is to just rub out any pencil that might be visible. I think this is going to look really cool. So we'll rub out the pencil and peel off the tape and see what we've got left. So the super satisfying part. So this piece is a wonderful way to feel like we're there, even if we can't get there ourselves. But thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, the first 500 people to click my link in the episode notes below get a 1-month free trial on Skillshare. So don't hang about and take advantage of that today, and I really hope you enjoy having a go painting your little skiers on their mountain. Okay, see you again next time. Bye!